What the voices that shaped gospel music for decades were finally saying goodbye. Bill and Gloria Gaither just dropped a 2025 announcement that's breaking hearts and changing everything we thought we knew about their future. Stick around, because what comes next will surprise you. For decades, Bill and Gloria Gaither have been more than just gospel icons. They've been a heartbeat of Christian music for millions. So when they stepped forward in 2025 with an unexpected announcement, it wasn't just news, it was personal. Fans didn't just react, they felt it. No one could have guessed that this would be the year they'd start saying goodbye. After years of tireless touring, unforgettable homecoming concerts, and generations of worship songs that shaped lives, the Gaithers finally stood still and made a statement that left even their most loyal followers stunned. It began with a single headline: "The Farewell Homecoming Cruise, August 2025. That was it. One sentence that said so much more than the words on the page. This wasn't just another cruise. This was a cruise, the last of its kind. A final journey through the waters that had once been filled with song, laughter, testimonies, and the sound of thousands singing in one voice. Fans rushed to social media. Some were excited to be part of history. Others couldn't hide their heartbreak. For those who followed the Gaithers since the beginning, the farewell cruise felt like the end of a sacred tradition, one that had become part of their spiritual DNA. Why now? That's the question everyone asked. And yet, the Gaithers never gave a dramatic reason. In typical fashion, they stay humble, focusing on celebration instead of sorrow. They described it as a time to reflect, to give thanks, and spend one more week with the people who made the journey unforgettable. But make no mistake, this was more than a goodbye to a cruise. It was the first public signal that something was shifting, that the couple who had led thousands in song across oceans, states, and countries might be ready to slow down, that this chapter of ministry, the one built on the road, the stage, and the fellowship of believers, was quietly drawing to a close. For fans who grew up with Gaither music playing in their homes, churches, and family gatherings, the weight of this moment hit hard. This wasn't just a farewell tour. It was the beginning of a farewell season. Yet somehow, in the midst of the sadness, there was something beautiful about it all. The Gaithers weren't leaving in scandal or silence. They were stepping away the way they always stepped forward, with grace, warmth, and reverence for what had been built. And as the announcement spread, one truth became clear. This wasn't the end of the Gaither story, but it was the start of something different, something quieter, something deeply human. Because sometimes, even legends know when it's time to pause and let the music carry on without them. The Farewell Alaska Cruise isn't just a final trip. It's a symbolic journey that carries the weight of 35 years of memories, music, and moments shared between the Gaithers and their fans. Scheduled for August 17th to 24th, 2025, this cruise promises breathtaking views of glaciers and remote towns. But for those who know the story, it's so much more than a scenic getaway. Imagine a week on the water, surrounded by mountains and a vast, open sea, where every evening is filled with music from the artists who've been part of the Gaither homecoming family. For decades, these cruises were more than vacations. They were spiritual gatherings, a chance for believers to come together, worship, and celebrate a shared faith through song. But now, knowing this is the last time makes everything feel heavier. Fans are rushing to reserve their spots, wanting to be part of history, to sing those songs one last time with the people who helped make gospel music a household name. Bill and Gloria themselves have described the cruise as a perfect way to reflect on the years gone by. The cruise route itself, through Alaska's quiet fjords and ice fields, mirrors the peaceful yet powerful nature of their farewell. It's a fitting backdrop for closing a chapter that shaped so many lives. What's striking about this announcement is how the Gaithers managed to balance joy and melancholy. There's excitement in the idea of gathering once more, but also an unspoken understanding that this is a goodbye to a certain kind of connection, the spontaneous, joyous fellowship on a road that may never return. This cruise caps off an era where gospel music wasn't just about songs on a stage, but about community, friendship, and shared experiences. For over 3 decades, the homecoming cruises were a sanctuary for believers, a place where the music didn't stop and neither did the love. And yet, even as the final cruise approaches, the Gaithers aren't closing the door on their legacy. Instead, they're inviting their fans to join them in one last celebration, an intimate, heartfelt goodbye wrapped in melody and memory. This is a farewell. Yes, but it's also a promise that the spirit of the Gaither homecoming will live on in the hearts of those who sang along, laughed together, and found hope in the music. As tickets sell fast and excitement builds, one thing is clear. This isn't just a cruise. It's the closing note in a song that has echoed for decades, and the beginning of a new verse for Bill and Gloria. But the story doesn't end here. What comes next will surprise many, and it's already starting to take shape. Bill and Gloria Gaither's journey isn't just about music. It's about a remarkable partnership that has stood the test of time. In 2025, they celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary, a milestone that few couples reach, especially in the demanding world of touring and performing. 60 years together, through triumphs and trials, late nights on stage, and quiet moments away from the spotlight. Their marriage has been a foundation for everything they've built, a true partnership rooted in faith, love, and mutual respect. For fans, their relationship has always felt authentic, almost like a beacon. Through countless songs and interviews, they've shared pieces of their story, the struggles, the joys, and the way music intertwined with their marriage. This anniversary isn't just a number. It's a testament to resilience. In an industry where relationships can falter under pressure, Bill and Gloria have stayed steady, inspiring not only through their music, but through their commitment to each other. What makes this milestone even more meaningful is how they've chosen to honor it. Instead of resting on their laurels, they announce a new initiative, mentoring young gospel musicians. It's their way of passing on the lessons they've learned, both about music and about partnership. They've always been about community, and now they're making it personal, helping the next generation find their voices and their way. This mentorship signals a shift in their role, from front-end center performers to wise guides who nurture fresh talent. It's a subtle but powerful message. While some doors close, others open. The Gaithers aren't stepping away. They're stepping aside to let new voices rise. For those who have followed their story for decades, this feels like a natural progression. It's a chance to celebrate their legacy not just in song, but in the lives they'll impact moving forward. And while the years may have slowed the pace of touring, their passion hasn't dimmed. If anything, their commitment to music and mentorship is stronger than ever. So as they mark 60 years of marriage, the Gaithers are also celebrating a new beginning, a chapter that honors their past while planting seeds for the future. This anniversary is more than a milestone. It's a promise that their influence will continue, echoing to the voices of those they inspire. But as one chapter closes and another begins, there's more news that will surprise many, and it's already sparking curiosity across the gospel music world. The Gaithers have always been about community, about more than just their own voices. In 2025, they revealed a powerful shift. Instead of continuing the hectic pace of touring and recording, they're choosing to pass the torch to a new generation of gospel artists. This isn't a quiet retirement. It's a deliberate move toward mentorship, teaching, and supporting fresh talent behind the scenes. For Bill and Gloria, it's about legacy, not just what they've done, but what they can help others achieve. They've spent decades creating some of gospel music's most beloved songs, but now their mission is evolving. They want to guide younger artists through the challenges of the music industry, sharing wisdom that only experience can bring. It's a role that fits their humble nature perfectly. Instead of the spotlight, they'll be shaping the future from backstage, nurturing the voices that will carry gospel music forward. This decision caught many fans by surprise. After so many years of frontline ministry, hearing that the Gaithers would step back from performing was bittersweet. But their excitement about mentoring made it clear this wasn't about fading away. It was about empowering others. Bill and Gloria have already started working with a handful of emerging singers and songwriters, offering advice on everything from songwriting to stage presence. They're helping young artists find their unique sound while staying true to the message of hope and faith. This passing of the torch also speaks to a larger truth about the Gaithers' legacy. It's not just about music, but about community and continuity. They understand the importance of lifting others up, so the ministry can thrive beyond their own careers. For fans, this means the Gaither spirit will live on, carried by fresh voices inspired and nurtured by the legends themselves. And while they step back on the stage, their influence will only grow stronger, quietly shaping gospel music's next generation in ways that might surprise many. But even as they focus on mentoring, the Gaithers have one last powerful project underway, something that honors their past while pointing clearly to the future. In 2025, Bill and Gloria Gaither released Sweet Hymns of Fellowship, an album that feels like a heartfelt farewell wrapped in familiar melodies. It's more than just another collection of songs. It's a carefully crafted message to their fans, a musical reflection on decades of ministry and connection. The album brings together voices old and new, blending harmonies that evoke nostalgia and hope at the same time. Each track feels like a warm embrace, reminding listeners of shared moments in churches, concerts, and yes, those unforgettable homecoming cruises. But what makes this release especially poignant is its timing. Coming as the Gaithers prepare to slow down their public ministry, the album acts as a bookend to their extraordinary career. It's as if they're saying, "Thank you for the journey. Here's one last song to carry with you." Songs like Blessed Assurance and Softly and Tenderly resonate with a deeper meaning this year. The lyrics speak of comfort, peace, and a steadfast faith, feelings that seem to echo the Gaithers' own reflections on their legacy. Critics and fans alike have noted the album's subtle emotional power. It's not flashy or experimental. Instead, it leans into the simplicity and sincerity that made the Gaithers beloved for so long. Listening to Sweet Hymns of Fellowship, you get the sense that this is a project born from gratitude, a way to honor the past while gently preparing for the future. It's an invitation for fans to hold on to the music even as the Gaithers take a step back. The album also highlights collaborations with younger artists, signaling the transition we talked about earlier. It's a passing of the musical torch in melodic form, where old friends and new voices come together in harmony. For many, this album is more than just a farewell. It's a reminder that while the stage may change, the message remains. Faith, hope, and fellowship aren't bound by time or place. They live on in every note sung and every heart touched. And just when it seemed like this might be the final curtain, the Gaithers surprised everyone with news that they're not done sharing their story, just telling it in a new way. Just as many thought the Gaithers were stepping back for good, they dropped a surprising announcement. Their new TV series, Gaither Gospel Hour, had become a Saturday night staple. It's a bold move, showing they're far from fading away. They're simply changing how they connect with their audience. The show brings the Gaithers' signature blend of music, storytelling, and heartfelt moments right into viewers' living rooms. It's less about the packed arenas and more about intimacy, capturing the spirit of those homecoming gatherings in a cozy, accessible format. What's fascinating is how the series manages to feel both fresh and familiar. New faces join the Gaithers on stage, while longtime favorites make guest appearances, creating a bridge between generations. It's a living, breathing tribute to everything they've built. This new platform allows Bill and Gloria to keep their ministry alive without the exhausting demands of touring. Instead of moving from city to city, they now invite fans into their world on screen, making gospel music and its stories available to anyone, anywhere. Viewers have responded with enthusiasm, praising the show's genuine warmth and the way it keeps the Gaither legacy alive. It's a reminder that while live concerts may slow down, the message doesn't lose its power. The Gaither Gospel Hour isn't just entertainment. It's a continuation of a mission that has spanned decades. It's the Gaithers' way of adapting to a changing world while staying true to their roots. And as the series grows, it's clear that this new spotlight might shine even brighter than before, reaching audiences who may have never seen a live concert but are now touched by the music and stories behind it. This isn't an ending. It's a transformation, a way to keep the faith, the fellowship, and the music alive in a new chapter. But even as they embrace this new stage, the Gaithers are quietly preparing for something even more personal, something that fans have been waiting for but never expected to hear. For years, the Gaithers' touring schedule was relentless. City after city, concert after concert, spreading their music and message far and wide. But recently, the rhythm has slowed. Fans have noticed the longer gaps between live appearances, and the subtle hints that the road isn't quite the same. Bill and Gloria haven't called it retirement, but their words carry a clear message. Fewer tours, more time for reflection and family. It's a quiet goodbye to the stage they commanded for so long, and many can't help but feel the weight of it. There's a bittersweetness in this slowdown. On one hand, it's understandable. Decades on the road take a toll, and the couple deserves rest. On the other, It marks the end of an era where the Gaithers' presence on stage was a constant comfort to thousands. The decision seems thoughtful, not rushed. They've chosen to step back gently, preserving the energy and passion for moments that truly matter. Instead of filling calendars with endless shows, they're focusing on quality over quantity. This change also opens space for new projects, the TV series, mentoring young artists, and intimate gatherings. It's a sign that while the Gaithers may not be touring as much, their ministry is far from over. For fans who travel miles to see them live, the reduced schedule is a tough pill to swallow. But the Gaithers' approach reminds us that sometimes stepping away from the spotlight is part of making room for what comes next. And as the road quiets, there's a growing sense that the Gaithers' influence will continue in unexpected ways that don't always require a stage or microphone. Still, this subtle farewell leaves many wondering, what exactly lies ahead for the legends who have given so much? The answer might surprise you. In recent months, whispers began swirling online. Rumors about Bill Gaither's health that caught many fans off guard. No official statements confirmed anything, but the speculation was impossible to ignore. Social media buzzed with concern, questions, and heartfelt prayers. Some fans noticed Bill's absence from a few events, while others pointed to subtle changes in his voice and energy during recent performances. It wasn't the kind of news anyone wanted to hear, especially after decades of seeing him as a tireless force on stage. The Gaithers have always been private about personal matters, choosing to keep the focus on their music and ministry rather than their struggles. Yet, the growing chatter made it clear that fans were hungry for answers. Instead of confronting the rumors directly, Bill and Gloria responded the way they always have, with humility and faith. They emphasized the importance of trust, hope, and continuing the work God has called them to do, no matter the challenges. This approach both reassured and deepened the emotional connection fans felt. It reminded everyone that behind the music are real people facing real battles often unseen by the public eye. While no dramatic revelations have surfaced, the rumors added a new layer of poignancy to the Gaithers' recent announcements. They reminded fans that even legends face fragile moments. And in that vulnerability, the Gaithers found strength, choosing to let their faith guide them and inspire others, even as questions linger. What happens next? Only time will tell. But one thing's certain, the Gaithers' journey is far from over, even if it looks a little different than before. As news and rumors about the Gaithers' slowing pace and health concerns spread, something powerful happened. Fans worldwide came together like never before. Social media exploded with messages of love, prayers, and gratitude for the couple who had touched so many lives through their music. Facebook groups, Twitter threads, and Instagram posts turned into virtual prayer circles. Fans shared stories of how the Gaithers' songs had lifted them through tough times, inspired hope, or brought families closer. The community wasn't just mourning a potential loss. It was celebrating a legacy. This outpouring of support revealed the deep bond between the Gaithers and their audience. More than entertainers, Bill and Gloria had become spiritual companions for countless people, a steady presence in moments of joy and struggle alike. Many fans organized fundraisers, special events, and tribute concerts to honor the couple. Some even reached out directly through letters and messages, hoping to express how much the Gaithers meant to them. In response, Bill and Gloria expressed their heartfelt thanks, often emphasizing how much the fans themselves were a blessing throughout the years. This reciprocal love created a cycle of encouragement that lifted everyone involved. This wave of support showed that the Gaithers' impact goes far beyond music charts or awards. It's about connection between artist and audience, believer and believer, heart and heart. As this movement grows, it's clear that no farewell will ever truly separate the Gaithers from the community they built. Their influence lives on, carried by those who continue to find strength and inspiration in their songs. And as the final chapter approaches, fans remain ready to stand beside the Gaithers every step of the way. Bill and Gloria Gaither's 2025 announcement may mark the end of an era, but it's far from the end of their story. Their legacy isn't tied to a stage or a microphone. It's alive in the countless lives they've touched through their music, their mentorship, and their unwavering faith. Over 6 decades, they crafted songs that became anthems of hope and comfort, offering refuge in difficult times. Their journey shows how music can be more than entertainment. It can be a lifeline, a source of healing, and a unifying force. The decision to slow down touring, mentor new talent, and embrace new platforms like their TV series reflects a natural evolution, not a farewell. They're passing the torch with grace, ensuring that gospel music remains vibrant and relevant for future generations. Perhaps the most powerful part of their legacy is the community they built. The fans, the artists, the families who found strength in their songs. That network of love and faith will carry the Gaithers spirit forward long after the final note is sung. Their story reminds us all that true influence isn't about fame or spotlight. It's about the lives you touch, the hearts you inspire, and the hope you leave behind. So as Bill and Gloria Gaither step into this new chapter, their message remains clear and unshaken. Faith endures, music connects, and love never fades. The final announcement may have broken hearts, but their legacy will continue to heal and inspire, now and always. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as moving as we did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.